out, and I just want to welcome you. This is Gina at Art of Skincare. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. Today, I'm going to be talking about a really important topic because have any of you noticed, if you've reached this age, between the age of, say, 45 and 50, you start to look in the mirror and you just notice that your face looks different. You just don't look like yourself. The skin is starting to look a little rougher, a little thinner. You're starting to see a bit of sagging going on in the jowl area. I get comments and people asking about that all the time. The corners of the eyes, we start to see a difference and a little droop going on there. And so what is going on? And what's happening is that between the ages of 45 and 50, we're starting to see a hormone cascade. There's just these things going on where the estrogen and progesterone levels are dropping, and this affects your skin. The reason that it affects your skin is that we have estrogen receptors in our face, our scalp, and our vagina. And when those estrogen receptors don't get the estrogen they need, we start to see symptoms of estrogen-deprived skin. It looks like dullness, dryness, loss of collagen, loss of elasticity, dark spots, all the above. And we really start to see that, especially in that first 5 years of menopause. That's when we see a 30% loss of collagen production in the skin. And that's why we're seeing such a change in our skin. So hydration, barrier function, blood flow, stagnation, all this starts to increase between that age of 45 and 50, and it just carries on from there. So we have to ask ourselves, what can we do about that? And I know that a popular thing right now is for women, and I get this question all the time, should I put my HRT, my estrogen cream that's designed for the body, should I be putting that on my face? Now, my response to that question is always, well, there's nothing wrong with that. You can do that. Your gynecologist will tell you most likely that you can do that, but there's a few issues that I have with that. One is that you need to have regulated hormone levels in your body. So if you're using an estrogen cream that's going into your system and adjusting your hormone levels in your system, and you're just putting that all over your face, your neck, other areas of your body, you've got to be regulating and really watching how much estrogen is going into play systemically in your body, because you can have negative effects if you're getting too much estrogen. Now, some estrogen creams do not go into the blood system, and so you can talk with your doctor about that, how to regulate that estrogen and make sure that you're getting the right dosage of estrogen for your skin. Now, the second, for your body actually, so that, you want to get the right dosage of estrogen inside your body. So the second issue I have with applying HRT cream to my face that's designed for the body is the ingredients. The ingredients are not pH balanced for the face. They are not refined for the face. They're often outdated and old ingredients, waxes, parabens, things that I know, being in the skincare industry, working with millions of people looking for good quality skincare. Most of them tell me they don't want parabens on their face or in their skincare products. But here it is in your estrogen cream that you're putting on your private areas, and your face oftentimes has parabens, oftentimes has some ingredients that can lead to acne, some acne causing ingredients, and just kind of meh ingredients, waxes, alcohol, mineral oil, all things that aren't really gonna hurt you, but is that really what you want to be putting on your face? Because today we have a multi-million-dollar skincare industry going on. The beauty of that is that we have a lot of advanced technology. There's a lot of research and development going into how to develop products that work better for your skin, that actually products that have a delivery system that delivers the right ingredients down into your skin. And I know that we can do better than applying a body cream with estrogen in it to our face. So today I'm going to talk to you about how we can do that better. What ingredients do you need in your skincare products to bind with those estrogen receptors, as well, and also to speak to your DNA to keep your skin acting youthful, healing, repairing, and regenerating? There's a list of ingredients I'm going to give to you guys. So this is your opportunity to get out your pen and paper, a little notepad, and write down some of these ingredients, and you can check and see if you're using them in your skincare routine. So first and foremost, let's talk about MEP technology. MEP is methyl estradiol propitiate. That is a form of estrogen that's synthesized in a lab, and it does not go through the skin barrier, does not make it past that blood barrier, does not get into your system, and does not play with your internal hormone balance. We call it MEP. MEP actually comes and binds with the estrogen receptors in your skin to make your skin keep producing that collagen that we're wanting, that elastin that we're wanting. So MEP, I think, is amazing. I prefer to use that over more traditional estradiol and estrase. So it's binding with your estrogen receptors, not going into the skin, and it's stimulating elastin, collagen production, and it's helping to decrease swelling, redness, inflammation, dryness, all those things that we want to do. But estrogen is not the be-all, end-all. That's not the only thing that speaks to the DNA in your skin. So yes, estrogen, great, let's get it on our face, but let's also look at the other ingredients that you need to keep your skin healthy and younger, acting younger, behaving younger. What's going to speak to your DNA? So first of all, we've all heard of it. We know retinol. Retinol is important for resurfacing, retexturizing, renewing the skin. Vitamin C. You're going to want to look for peptides in your skincare. Peptides, let me see, I put a list together here for you. Well, let's go through it again. Retinol, vitamin C, niacinamide. We hear so much about niacinamide. Great ingredient for strengthening your barrier and evening your skin tone. Peptides, the pentapeptide 28 enhances skin metabolism and resilience. So I talked about stagnation and how we need to keep stimulating that metabolism of the skin, the metabolism of the whole body. Everything wants to slow down. So pentapeptide 28 is going to help keep that metabolism happening. The next peptide to look for, tetrapeptide 26. This boosts your circadian rhythms. So it's like turning back that clock. It's keeping your skin behaving and acting younger and thinking that it's younger. It's going to help with your repair, rhythms of repair in the skin, in the body, and it's going to help repair UV damage. Palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7 stimulates collagen and hyaluronic acid, and those are those two ingredients we talk about all the time. We want more collagen, we want good hyaluronic acid, we want that skin to be firm and smooth and hydrated. So pulling those key ingredients in, these are DNA stimulating ingredients, the MEP, the retinol, the vitamin C, the niacinamide, and some rejuvenating peptides. All of those are what you want to pull together into your skincare routine. Now you could go out and you could hand pick these ingredients here and there, one by one, but there is a company that makes it simpler for you. They've done the work of making sure that they're using an advanced delivery system to really deliver these nutrients down into the skin. And my clients have been using it now for maybe 5-6 years, and we're seeing really amazing results from people who are 45 all the way up to people who are 85. We're seeing a great change in the skin, and that the skin is fuller, plumper, more radiant, less dry, more even pigmentation. Now, nothing when you start applying it in your 80s is going to take you back to looking 45 again. That's not going to happen, and it's not our goal. Our goal is to keep that skin really youthful, plump, and beautiful and glowing, and that's what this product does. So let me introduce you to Emapel. Emapel makes 3 products. They have an Emapel serum. I'll go over them quickly, and then we'll go back and dive into them at a deeper level. So there's a serum to use during the day. This is your vitamin C serum. There is a night cream to use at night. This has 2 forms of retinol in it, along with all the peptides and everything else that you need. And then we also have an eye cream that goes with it. So let's start with the Emapel serum for daytime. I often tell my clients this is that serum that combines everything. If you want to be a one and done person, this brings it all together for you. So it's got the vitamin C in it, it's got the peptides in it, it's got the niacin in it. Let's see if I'm missing anything. I wrote it down because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's got 1% MEP, so that's going to go and bind with those estrogen receptors. It's got 4% niacinamide. It's got vitamin C and E and ferulic acid. And it has the pentipeptide, the dipeptide 4, and tetrapeptide 26. And it's got hyaluronic acid. It's in a really beautiful formula that is very silky on the skin. Feels nice and light. It's an acne safe formulation, so even my clients who are still blemish prone in their 40s love this serum. Now, to go with the serum, so that's what you use during the daytime. Of course, you would also use your eye cream with that. Now, the eye cream can be used AM and PM, and it has 2% MEP, so it has even more of the estrogen binding ingredient in it, twice as much as the serum does. So it's got 2% MEP, 8% niacinamide. It has a little bit, oops, I'm in the wrong product. I'm sorry, you guys. Totally telling you the wrong thing. I dived into the night cream, which is twice the amount. So the eye cream, do I have it down on here? Yes, there it is. So it's got the MEP. Okay, sorry, you guys. Rewind and start over. For the eye cream, we have MEP technology. We've got the caffeine, which is going to help with dark circles and puffiness. We've got the antioxidant vitamin E in there. We've got arginine, which is so great. It's that ingredient that goes in and softens those expression lines in the face. Hyaluronic acid, and then it's got some really wonderful botanical extracts for brightening the skin all around the eye area. So that's our eye product. Let's get some out. I'll show it to you. I love this. I can just put this on all day, right? Just get in there. When you apply your eye cream, apply it to the orbital bone, which is right here all the way around the eye. It will travel and go to those other places closer to the eye, but when you apply an eye cream, you don't need to go any closer than this orbital bone around the eye. And because it will go ahead and travel and move to all the places where it's needed, but that proper application is just right out here. Especially we want to get those little outer corners of the eye, right? Okay, the night cream. This is where this Emapel shines with their night cream. I love this night cream. My mother-in-law, who's in her 80s, loves this eye cream, and she even tells me if her skin's feeling sensitive at all, she puts on this night cream. And that's unusual because this night cream contains 2 types of retinol in it. So as you know, many people react negatively to retinol, and so to think about putting this on even when your skin's feeling sensitized seems a little crazy, but it's not. This is a wonderful healing cream. It's got 2%, so twice as much of the MEP, 8% niacinamide. It's got 2 types of retinol. It's got the Matrexyl 3000 and a tetrapeptide in there. So wonderful peptides. And then it's all in a wonderful mix of shea butter, grapeseed, and apricot kernel oil. Now, this is highly refined, and it penetrates, has a wonderful delivery system for the skin, but it's all in a way that the retinols and everything are not irritating to the skin. It's really healing for the skin. And I even have clients who use this because they love other retinols. They're using a retinol and then putting this on top of it because they just love the feel of this night cream, and it's giving them that MEP that they need, binding to those estrogen receptors, because we need more than just retinol, more than just vitamin C. We also need that binding with our estrogen receptors for the skin. So these products, I want to tell you, are also very highly concentrated. One bottle of the Emapel night cream lasts me 6 months or more. You use such a small amount, and it's the same with the serum for the skin as well. When you look at them, you might think, those are kind of expensive, but you know what? They last a long time, and when you see the results that you get, you know that it is worth it. So there's our night cream, super yummy. Now these products also come in a little set. On my website, I've linked it down in the notes. There's a set where you can get the serum and the night cream together, and then you get a sample size of the eye cream, so you get it all in one. I have to tell you that many of my clients, because anytime you buy even both products or one or the other product, you will get a really nice deluxe size of the eye cream. And so many of my clients don't even have to ever buy the eye cream because they're getting an eye cream every time that they purchase their products. Or if they do get an eye cream, it's not as often because we get to use those deluxe samples that we put in there. Right now at Art of Skincare, we're having a double points awards, 2 times rewards for our Emapel products. So it's a good time to stock up and get some and give it a try for yourself. Our reward system is very generous. You can use those rewards to buy other items in our reward center. You can also use them every time you're checking out. You can actually take dollars off of your order and save money. Now, I like to take questions here, and so I'm going to see if I can find the button to turn on questions. I found it. Yay, we have some questions here, or at least some comments. Let me get some glasses on. We'll take a look, see what we've got. This is a great time to ask questions. Oh, we have a gal here says, finally caught alive. Yay. So glad that you're here. Thank you for your love. Sydney says, it sounds like Emapel has everything you would need. Yes, if you are just not sure, what do I need to be putting on my skin at this stage of my life to get the results that I need to support my skin and give it everything it needs? That's why I love the Emapel serum and night cream, because it's all there, it's all in one. Okay, let's see. Carrie says, 2 quick questions. 1, which sunscreen do you use with this? Is it easy to put makeup on with this, or is it too sticky? No, I have no problems putting on makeup with my Emapel serum during the day or the eye cream. Now, if you have a normal to oily skin type, you might be able to use this serum by itself underneath your sunscreen. If you are more likely, because we talked about the people who are in that menopausal window and that cascade of hormones, we are dry. We have dry skin. So most likely you're gonna need a moisturizer on top of this. The moisturizer I've been gravitating toward and using during the day is the Hivea. In fact, I'm using Epicutis lipid serum to put the great moisture plumpness into my skin. Then I'm putting on my Emapel, and then I'm putting on the Hivea cream on top of that. None of those interfere with my makeup at all. Goes on beautifully and stays on all day. The sunscreen that I'm using is the Epicutis Lipid Shield because of my dryness and sensitivity. The other thing that happens with menopause is sometimes you see more breakouts or you see a lot of sensitivity. I've had incredible sensitivity. I'm 62, and it seems like my menopause systems hit me the hardest when I turned 60. I stopped having menstruation, so I hit menopause at about 55. And then between 55 and 60, that's when I saw the most changes and was so thankful to have Emapel in my arsenal. But still, with sensitized skin and dryness, I'm loving the Epicutis Lipid Shield. It has a little bit of a tint to it, and it just goes on really creamy and moist, and it does not leave a matte finish on my skin. As we age, our skin looks better when we have a bit of a glowy finish on the skin. So I love this sunscreen, and it works beautifully with the makeup that I use. I have no problems with that. Oh, good. We've got lots of questions coming in. Great. Because I don't want to just keep rattling on and on. I want to be here for you guys, and I want to be able to answer the questions that you have, because I don't know which age group is on today, if I've got my ladies in their 70s on, or if I've got my ladies in their 40s and just wondering what they need to do. So I want to address these concerns for whoever is watching today. Okay, Samantha says, do you need additional cream to wear with it? So we just covered that. Generally, normal to dry skin, you are going to need a moisturizer on top of it during the day. However, at nighttime, when you're using your night cream, you generally don't need another cream on top of your Emapel night cream. You're going to be safe there. But during the day, you are likely going to want to have a nice moisturizer on top. And of course, sunscreen, because the sun is also causing a degradation of our collagen. It's destroying, it's causing our body, it actually creates, and when the sun hits our skin, we create collagenase, which is an enzyme that digests away our collagen. So then we see damaged and thinning skin. And so sunscreen is a big part of your healthy skincare routine that you should definitely be including with these other ingredients we talked about today. Okay, Jamie says, I am perimenopausal and acne prone. Which moisturizers should I use? So Jamie, yes, so you can use the skin serum, and then a moisturizer is going to depend on your skin type. So do you tend to be more greasy, more normal in the middle, or really dry, or barrier compromised? And that's how I would determine which moisturizer will be best for you. So most likely I would choose something like Face Reality's new Barrier Care moisturizer. It's a gel cream. It's beautiful. It goes for normal combo skins all the way through dry skins. And that might be something you'd like to give a try with this. Anything else? If you have really dry skin, you might think about Glymed's moisturizer, the Comfort Cream. Or if you're more on that oily side, think about the Glymed Oxygen Cream, or think about Circadia's Aquabiotic. That would be better for a more oily skin type. If you don't know what these moisturizers are, or you need help choosing, just reach out at Art of Skincare. I have estheticians that are here every day, and they will help you find just the right moisturizer for your skin. Carrie says, thank you so much for sharing what you are using. I too am very dry and can get crepey. Yeah, Carrie, that's the issue that I found that I dealt with the most from 50 and onward, was battling that crepiness and really wanting to keep my skin plump and juicy, and recognizing though, okay, I'm gonna get lines. I'm gonna have loss of firmness that's gonna happen. My neck is gonna age. We're gonna age. But I still wanted to have this plump, radiant skin and glow. And so Emapel has been a big help for that. Epicutis Lipid Serum is amazing for plumping and rehydrating the skin. It can be used all the way around the eyes and does not interfere with your eye makeup. I don't know how it doesn't, but it doesn't. So applying the Epicutis Lipid Serum underneath my Emapel and then putting my moisturizer on top has been a great combination for me. But if you're a minimalist and you just want to keep it simple, just your Emapel and a moisturizer will do the trick. I'm that skincare lady because we're skincare junkies around here, so I don't mind layering a few things. Okay, let's see. David. Hey Gina, I only trust you to do my chemical peels. I'm willing to travel to get mine done from you. I'm going to be spending a lot of money on chemical peels. So I don't do chemical peels in office. I recommend doing our peel-a-thon or doing, we have peels here that you can buy online and do at home, and they're 100% safe, and they give you amazing results. You don't have to worry about inflammation, dark spots happening, excess peeling happening. They're from Is Clinical. There's an active peel system and an active peel system, a brightening active peel system. Both those peel systems are amazing. It's a 30-day system, so you're peeling your skin every other day, but it's what's called a progressive peel. So you see very little to no actual flaking, but you're taking off layers and layers of skin. So, and we have a special way of doing it. So you can go to Art of Skincare and you can go to our blog, or you can go on YouTube. I think one of my last videos, just 2 videos ago, was on how to do a home peel, and it'll tell you everything that you need to do that. Okay, Samantha. In Arizona, it's dry. Yes, you are very dry there. So Epicutis lipid serum and Hivea will be your friends, your little additions to the system that you will like. The Epicutis Hivea actually locks in hydration for 48 hours. So if you use this as your morning moisturizer and then use your Emapel night cream at night, that's going to be a pretty good deal for you. But let's see what your question is. Okay. Yes, you'll need an additional moisturizer. I have a recommendation for moisturizer. I am in the morning. Moisturizer in the morning, surgical menopause here. Might be a typo, not sure what surgical menopause is. But yes, so what I just recommended, layering. Got to layer your hydration. So dry skin is 70% water. So we need water in our skin, and that's where the Epicutis lipid serum comes in. It's rehydrating, putting that water in the skin. Then you need to have all your active ingredients that are speaking to your DNA. That's where your Emapel serum comes in place. And then where the Hivea comes in place is to coat the skin and give you that 48-hour moisture lock. So it's putting moisture in, and it's also helping to prevent that transepidermal water loss. So layering that way is going to give you that extra hydration you need. Now we're moving into winter. So in wintertime, we see extreme dryness from some areas. Arizona can be that way. The cold wind, the air conditioner is going, or being out in the snow in a really cold area and cold environment leads to excess dryness, right? And what's happening in those situations is that, yes, we still need to be getting that water into the skin, but we're also needing to prevent all that transepidermal water loss. So a lot of times we're putting on a moisturizer and then we're grabbing an oil serum. And an oil serum, if you just use a couple drops, pat it on top, that's what's going to help prevent that transepidermal water loss, that evaporation of water out of the skin. And then, of course, using your sunscreens and things like that. Okay. Sue says, is it suitable for women post-menopause? Yes. So when we first got this, we were told, no, that it's only for people 45 to 55, and after that, it's too late. And we just refused to believe that. I refused to believe that because I was 55 at that time. So I started using it, and I was really pleasantly surprised at what I saw happening on my jawline. So I had some clients reach out to me in their 70s, even into their 80s, and I said, we don't know for sure, but why don't you buy it and try it and tell me what you think? And those clients that did that loved it. They saw a difference in their skin. My mother-in-law in her 80s. On my website, you can go to my blog, and it's at the top of the blog right now because I just stuck it up there, and it's Tammy's story. So you can see Tammy's story of adding the Emapel to her system and what a difference it makes in her skin, and just the firmness, the vibrancy, the glow, underneath the eyes, everywhere, such a difference. So no, it is not too late. You can start using these even in your 70s and 80s, and you will still see a great change. And I think the reason why is that we're feeding the skin the things it needs. It's getting the estrogen it needs. It's getting the retinol, the vitamin C, the niacinamide, all those great ingredients that are so essential for healthy skin. So it's speaking to your DNA and helping your DNA to be more proactive and more your metabolism to be better. And it doesn't matter what age you are, healthy skin is healthy skin. So no, it's not too late if you're post-menopause. Jamie says, I'm 45. Yep. And I'm leaning more dry, and thank you. Okay, so I think we got your question about moisturizer in there. Then we have Mama Ray. I love that. My middle name is Ray. So Mama Ray, is Emapel safe for newly sensitive skin? I'm 59, postmenopausal. Okay, so you weren't sensitive before. Let me tell you, these products do feel active on the skin. When you put them on, they're gonna feel light and tingly for about 2 solid minutes, and then they're gonna feel just fine. But if you are having some other kind of a sensitized issue, let's say you have a rash going on around your eyes or your mouth, or your barrier is just so compromised that you are rashy and itchy and just having all kinds of inflammatory problems with your skin, that is not the time to start with Emapel. If you're just prone to redness and feeling extra sensitive and you don't have rashes and all that going on, yes, the Emapel will be great for you. Sometimes my clients will layer, and you'll see in Tammy's story that she layers, because she has very sensitive skin, she layers Rhonda Allison's DNA reversal underneath her Emapel products. DNA reversal balances the heat in the skin. We use it oftentimes under retinol and different things because it really helps protect that barrier. If you feel you're super sensitive, then instead of maybe the Epicutis lipid serum, although this, I don't know which is better actually, because Epicutis lipid serum has amazing anti-inflammatories in it. So probably what I mean to say is that just use like Epicutis lipid serum or Rhonda Allison's DNA reversal, something like that underneath your Emapel, especially in that first month as your skin is getting used to the products. I have many clients who started with sensitive skin. They use the Emapel night cream. They're putting another light serum underneath. And what they're finding is that, sorry, my phone went off. What they're finding is that after a year of using this, their skin barrier is so much stronger that they're ready for another boost. And that's when I mentioned that some people are putting retinol underneath their Emapel or doing alternate nights. Some people are using Retinol Supreme or Retinol Emulsion from Is Clinical. Retinol Supreme is from Rhonda Allison, or Is Clinical Retinol Emulsion. They're putting those underneath or on alternate nights with their Emapel night cream, because after a year their skin is just so much stronger and then they're ready for that bump. Okay, let's see. Who else? Samantha, which oil do you recommend? Can you show the sunscreen you use again? I love that glow. I love it too, thank you. Okay, let's start with the sunscreen. The sunscreen is listed in the products, in the product slider below the video, but it's Epicutis Lipid Shield. Brand new, just came on the market in the last month, and I'm a fanatic. I have really good sunscreens at home. You guys know, of course, I have really good sunscreens at home, and they're pushed to the back. And this is the one that I'm loving right now. Now, when it comes to oils, there's 3 oils that I go to. So if you tend to be more on that oily, blemish-prone side and you're just wanting a lighter oil, look at Hale and Hush. Look at their Hydra Remedy, okay? If you're in the middle, look at Rhonda Allison's. She has 2 different labels on it, but one of them is called Grapeseed Glow. when you're looking at her oils, it's the grapeseed oil that has the clove in it. That's a great one for your more normal skin types. I love the scent of the clove. It's amazing. If you're more on that dry side, and by the way, all three of these that I'm mentioning are acne safe. So if you're more on that dry side and really needing a lot of extra protection from the environment, then go with Rhonda Allison's Luminous Grapeseed Serum. That one actually has wild yam in it, which is like progesterone in that natural form. So it's also really helpful for hormones. We've even found that that oil helps women who get hormonal breakouts at that time of the month. How crazy is that? And I started using that oil in my late 40s and noticing how much that firmed my skin, just getting that little bit of wild yam on the skin. So those are the three oils. If you can't remember which ones I said, I believe I have them on a blog, but I know for sure, I think they are on a blog. And if you go look at my blogs, it should be on that front page. There will be one about how to use an oil, how to really use an oil. And that lists these three oils. If you don't find them there, just reach out to my customer service team. Sydney's on today. Sydney is fabulous. She's really great with ingredients and products, and she'll help you figure out which oil is best for you. Okay, let's see. Carrie, can you just run through the layering order one last time? Okay, got it. Okay, so layering order, and I hate to do this. I do this because I know you guys who are watching, you know me, I know that you like the products that I like, but I have to tell you, just a caveat here, if you're just tuning in because you're interested in menopause and skincare and I start rattling off all these products, don't be overwhelmed. You don't have to layer up all these different things. You can be as simple as applying the MPL serum in the morning, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. That's all that you need. Be sure to wash your face because cleansed skin drinks more nutrients. You want these nutrients to be delivered into the skin, so wash your face, put on your MPL, put on your moisturizer and a sunscreen. At nighttime, wash your face and put on your MPL night cream. That's how simple it can be. Those of you who want to know what I'm doing, it's a little bit more. First of all, I'm washing my face, right? Then I'm putting on my lipid serum from Epicutis. This is my big drink of water, and it's also great anti-inflammatory support because I have a real problem with getting eczema on my face. So my Epicutis lipid serum. Then number 2, I'm putting on my DNA nutrients, and that's my MPL serum. That's my DNA activating nutrients. And then I'm putting on my moisturizer, which is my Hyvia from Epicutis. And then I'm putting on my sunscreen. And here's the beauty, you guys. You do get a sample of the eye cream, but you have to know the Epicutis lipid serum and Hyvia can both be used all around the eye. They can replace your eye products if you choose to. But anyway, so lipid serum, MPL, my moisturizer, and then I'm putting on my sunscreen. So that's your order of products. I'll hold them up here because I can see you guys can't see what I'm doing here. That's your order of products. And it's camera angles always reverse, plays with my brain. So Epicutis, MPL, my moisturizer, and my sunscreen. And then I'm just putting on a light layer of makeup and going about my day. Feels great. Okay. Mama Ray says, yes, no rashes, but certain products irritate. Yeah, give these a try. And since this is Mom Ray, if some products, you're prone to just sensitivity from products quite a bit, then do, like I said, layer underneath. Layer your lipid serum or layer Rhonda Allison's DNA Reversal. Give yourself that little bit of love, layer that underneath, and then put on your active ingredients. Okay, Samantha says the Epicutis moisturizer and sunscreen, those are all acne safe. Interesting that you should ask that because they are not. I am not acne prone, and so I'm not using an acne safe moisturizer or sunscreen. but I can give you some alternatives. So if you've got dry skin and you're needing a good moisturizer that's acne safe, we have a lot. Let me tell you a little hint. You can go to my website, and my website, the products that are acne safe have a little acne safe badge on them. So you can bring up all the moisturizers, and then you can see which ones say they're acne safe. You can also, in the navigation on the left, so you bring up moisturizers, then go to the navigation on the left, and you can choose your priorities, and you can say, I want acne safe. So that will then take out all the not acne safe products, so you can see all the ones that are acne safe. And so some of my favorites that are acne safe are going to be Sorella's Blueberry Milk Moisturizer. I love the vitamin C and peptides in that. Glymed Comfort Cream, Face Reality's Barrier Care Cream, really beautiful moisturizer. Hop. The Hop moisturizer is a volume moisturizer, really helps to replace those lost fat pad, so it can be very beneficial for this stage of life. That one we have an acne safe formula and then a mature skin formula. And many of my mature ladies use that acne safe formula and really like that. Sunscreens is the same thing with the acne safe badge. So the ones that I have at home that I have an acne safe badge would be the Is Clinical Eclipse. I love that one. It's just, it's very similar to this one. It's just a little less cushiony and moisturizing, but it's still quite beautiful. So check that one out, Is Clinical Eclipse. Let's see, other moisturizers that I love that are acne safe. I believe the Hydrinity moisturizer. It's a vitamin C moisturizer. I'm fairly certain that one is acne safe. I should have brought my phone over here because I could have checked them as we were going. But I'm also in love with that moisturizer. And that's another interesting moisturizer because here my daughter is oily and says she even gets shiny by the end of the day. And here I am dry, and I'm going to get dry and crepey by the end of the day if I'm not careful. And we both love the Hydrinity moisturizer. So that Hydrinity moisturizer for me gives a really nice cushy feel on my skin that lasts all day. For her, she's probably using a lot less than I use, but she puts it on and she says at the end of the day she's not shiny and her skin just feels glowy and wonderful. So it's really interesting how that moisturizer adjusts to your skin and what your skin needs are. All right, do we have any more questions, you guys? This has been a great day for questions. I think we got everybody. I'm just going to hang out here for a couple more minutes because inevitably, the minute I hit finish, questions are going to pop up, and then I feel so bad that I've missed them. So if you don't want to hang out, thank you for being here today. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions about what your skin might be going through with those hormonal changes from 45 and up, just reach out to our customer service. I have estheticians there. We don't have bots on our customer service line. We have real people, and they're estheticians. So they're trained by me, and they can really help you with any questions that you have and make sure that you find the right products that you want. The key takeaways today are that in the first 5 years of menopause, you're going to lose 30% of your collagen. That makes a big difference in the plumpness of your skin. Then after that first 5 years, you're going to continue to lose 2% per year after that. And it's crazy. It's just crazy. So getting that estrogen onto the skin, getting those estrogen receptors firing and telling the body to create collagen is super important. So other ingredients. So the way I use it is I use the MEP, which does not go into my blood system. And the other ingredients that you're wanting to use during this stage of your life, you want to be using retinol on your skin. Retinol in a form that you can use. That might be retinaldehyde. It might be, oh gosh, we have so many different kinds of retinol right now. So we can help you find one that will work for your skin, even if you're really sensitive, or if you just want strong, you want the big guns, we can help you with that too. So retinol, vitamin C. getting vitamin C on the skin. And this vitamin C is the same way. Some vitamin C's can be kind of harsh and can be triggering for redness and for people with sensitive skin. But nowadays, with the advanced R&D that we have in the beauty industry, because it's a multi-million-dollar industry, we have so many forms of vitamin C, and we can choose one that will be best for your skin. We have water-based, oil-based, MAP, just really wonderful forms of vitamin C so we can dial that in and help you find just the right one for your skin. Niacinamide. Niacinamide is an ingredient that you want in your arsenal right now. Hyaluronic acid, peptides. Oh, those peptides are amazing for speaking to your DNA and keeping your skin healing, regenerating, and keeping your metabolism in the skin going. So what can you do besides, while we're hanging out waiting for more questions, what else can you do besides getting ingredients on the skin? The other thing is exercise, right? How often do you hear that? Exercise, getting in 30 minutes of heart-pounding, sweating exercise at least 4 days a week, if not every day, really helps keep that skin firm. The other thing is cut out the alcohol, cut out sugar, processed sugars. Just when I hit at 55 to 60, I started realizing, oh gosh, I've got to cut out all sugar. I'm starting to get glycation. Heavens no. So cutting out sugar, cutting out alcohol, all of those things help your metabolism, help your body to be more youthful and stronger. That's it. I don't have any more questions here. So just gave a quick recap. We're good to go. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. I hope this information is very helpful for you, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.